Okay, I lost 30 pounds. I think I went from, let's see, 208 to 178. And I thought after losing 30 pounds, I'd look better. I was a little thinner than I thought, you know, so I tried to figure out, I was asking myself, see, I've never forgot this because it made such an impression. I figured this out first before I read this article, which I believe was by John McCullum. I read his article, but before I did it, I figured out of the 30 pounds I lost, how much of it was muscle and how much of it was fat, because you usually lose some of each. You try to hang on as much muscle as you can and lose more fat. And I figured out of 30 pounds, I probably lost 21 pounds of muscle and 9 pounds of fat, which was kind of disappointing. I mean, I lost more muscle than I did fat, but I dieted like everybody else did. You know, you just eat less and all that. Eat kind of the same, but eat less of it. And then I read this article about him, and he said, you know, when you diet the way I did, he was talking about how when you just cut calories, which is what everybody did, that's like slow starvation. And when you starve, you lose more muscle than you do fat. And he said when you do it like this, you could lose up to 70% of the weight that you lose could be muscle. So for every 10 pounds you lose, 7 of it could be muscle and only 3 fat. And I thought, I just figured that out. I just lost 30 pounds, and I just guessed that probably 21 pounds of it was muscle, and 9 pounds only was fat. That's 70%. So I figured 70% of the muscle, 70% of the weight I lost was muscle, not fat. I had just figured that out, and then I read this article, and I thought, I just did this. And then he taught me how to diet, the right way to do it. So after that, I lost less muscle and more fat out of the weight I lost and looked a lot better. But see, here you're seeing the result of this. Here,
so for this, you dieted wrong.
Yeah, and I didn't look bad, but like I said, I didn't have as much muscle as I should have had. And here, about a week later, you'll see the difference in these photographs. I gained 11 pounds. I remember this still without even looking at it. I weighed 178 in here, down from I think 208 pounds. And then a week or two later, I had gained 11 pounds back. So you can see the difference here. This is a week or two later, but I'm 11 pounds heavier here than I am in these shots. And look at, and I got one real good shot I really like. I made a 5x7 of it, and I framed it, and it should be on the other page here, I think. If I flip the page, yeah, see, that's 178. I was too skinny. I didn't look bad, especially for that time. Now, like I said, I don't train with drugs or anything. I never have used any steroids or none of any other drugs, growth hormone or none of that other stuff they use now. I've never used that. This isn't too bad of a picture here. I mean, the pose isn't perfect, but it shows the difference in my weight. If you...
I'm just cleaning the grill, I'm listening.
Okay, well, he's photographing here. Now here, you see that from this picture on, I'm 11 pounds heavier here, and this is only, I think, a week later. 1 week later or something, you know, because I went off my diet and then my weight shot up. It's like wrestling, you know how when wrestlers break their diet, they just gain like crazy. And this one here up on top isn't too bad. It's a little better picture than these, but you can tell I'm heavier here. That's more how I expected to look, you know. June 70, same with here. They say June 1970, because a week later, I went out and I took these, and look at, here's the one I really liked. I had a 5x7 of this one. This is a good picture. The pose is good. I could have had a little better tan, but look at how much bigger I am there. That's more how I had expected to look. I gained some of my muscle back. But I thought those others were good photos. It's just that it was a little on the thin side. But I was new to this stuff. I'm learning, you know, I'm learning, experimenting here, but this is a good picture. I've always liked this picture.
What about these?
I should have well, here's some more. Oh, now this is a different year, I think. This is maybe the next year. Let's see, what's it say on here? No, that's still June 70. That's the same year. But these would be 71. These on the bridge. This is on the railroad bridge. These two are still from June 70. These two. But now this was a cloudy day. That's what was bad on these other ones the following year. If you look on the train bridge here, all these clouds. But the picture you want to get is these two were my two favorites probably. Especially that side chest. As I said, my side poses are better. But I look like I got some beef on me here. This one here, that side chest pose, you can do two things with that. You can get the whole shot and then zoom in for an upper body.